اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على النبي محمد وآل محمد.
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum. This is video number 4.1. In the previous videos of this series, we have shown the Quran's literary superiority in general. Now how about adding to this superiority the stunning miracle of numbers in the Quran interwoven within this literary splendor? Not only is it beyond the capability of mankind to produce this, it is almost beyond our capability to fully comprehend. Not to forget the other miracles of scientific accuracy, prophecies, etc. There is nothing comparable to this, not even remotely. So let us start with topic number 4, the numerical miracle of word counts in the Quran. We all find discussions from prominent scholars whom we deeply respect. Yet our team has been faced with two major obstacles during our long research for this series of videos. 1. Many valuable discussions are too long, sometimes 15 to 25 minutes for a single point. We therefore decided to be as brief as possible, leaving the viewer to refer to our main document whenever further details are desired. 2. Many points from these scholars were correct, but many others were either incorrect or vague. We have therefore restricted ourselves to facts that we verified meticulously, and we have provided in our footnotes the detailed discussions and references to every single word of our presentation. The document with detailed references and discussions can be downloaded from muhaddith.org/Quran Miracles. In the following amazing word counts, it is extremely important to mention that these will not be trivial counts possible to find in any book. They represent basic data about our solar system and about extremely important subjects in Islam in particular and life in general. Let us keep that in mind and verify it in what will follow, whether the word counts have definite indications or not. 1. Surah 2 contains 286 ayahs. The middle ayah, number 143, is, "And so we made you a middle nation. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا." Appropriately so, or a mere coincidence. Over a total of 2 decades, the Quran was memorized by the Prophet, then conveyed orally to his companions. There is no way for him to keep track of this count and the amazing ones to follow. 2. The Quran states in Surah 3, Ayah 59, "The example of Jesus unto Allah is as the example of Adam. He created him of dust." From the beginning of the Quran till this ayah, the words Adam and Jesus are equally repeated 7 times, to confirm there is no distinction between them unto Allah. What a coincidence! How about this additional dazzling wonder, to confirm that the above is actually not a coincidence? The same words, Adam and Jesus, are both equally repeated 25 times in the whole Quran, verified by our team, like every other word count in this video. Insisting that these are mere coincidence does not help the truth. It helps desperate stubbornness on a predetermined goal regardless of the truth. 3. The word day, yawm, is repeated 365 times in the Quran. This number is basic data about our solar system. Coincidence? Let's continue. This was the singular. But what about the plural forms? Regular plural, ayyam, and dual plural, yawmain. Well, there are 27 repetitions of the word ayyam, regular plural, and 3 repetitions of yawmain, dual plural, for a total of 27 plus 3 equals 30, the days in a month. Is it another coincidence that all plurals add up to 30? Another basic property of our solar system? No. It is merely stunning, especially viewing the 365 repetitions of the singular form. 4. Month, shahr, occurs 12 times, also a basic property of our solar system. Another coincidence? 5. Year, sana, and years, sinin, occur a total of 19 times. What's the significance of this number? Well, the relative positions of the sun, moon, and earth coincide every 19 years. This is called the metonic cycle. What this means is that if these three bodies are aligned now, or in any specific formation, they will return to that exact same formation in 19 years. What a coincidence! Again, we see basic data about our solar system. One may ask, but you counted both the singular and plural forms of the word, year, sana, and years, sinin. Unlike your criteria for counting day and month above, doesn't this take away from the impact of your sign? The answer is no. It adds to the impact. Here's the important reason. Another stunning coincidence. Every 19 lunar years, there are 7 leap lunar years and 12 normal lunar years. Appropriately, year, sana, is repeated 7 times, and years, sinin, is repeated 12 times, for a total of 19. Again, basic data about our solar system. Are we to be so naive and accept that this is just another coincidence? 6. Prayers, salawat, is repeated 5 times in the Quran, appropriately so, viewing the 5 obligatory daily prayers. This number concerns a topic of primary importance in Islam. Another coincidence? But here's more. Aqim as-salah, establish prayers, commanding the singular listener, is repeated 5 times, the same number again as the obligatory prayers. Aqimu as-salah, establish prayers, commanding the plural listeners, is repeated 12 times. Adding it to the command aqim, commanding the singular listener, the result becomes 17, the number of rak'ahs, prostrations, in all obligatory prayers. 7. The 7 heavens are given special mention in the Quran. Appropriately so, the expression 7 heavens is repeated 7 times. Sab'a samawat and samawat sab'a. Another coincidence? Notice these other 2 ayahs, 23:17, sab'a tara'iq, and 78:12, sab'an shidada. All tafsirs mention that both ayahs mean the 7 heavens, but the word sama was not used there. Otherwise, the count would have been disrupted. We also mention in our footnote other coincidences concerning multiples of the number 7. These are very involved, so we do not discuss them in this video, but they are stunning indeed. 8. Approximately 71% of the earth is covered by water. Now land, bar, is repeated 12 times in the Quran, and sea, bahr, is repeated 32 times, for a total of 12 plus 32 equals 44. This gives a ratio of 32 over 44, which is 72.72%. Another coincidence? 72.7 being practically the same as the actual ratio? One may object that there is a difference, making this a weak sign. Closer reflection makes the sign even stronger. First, the ice caps are not a fixed part of dry land. Their surface area decreases at higher temperatures. When they melt, there will be more water and less land, bringing the actual ratio closer to the word count in the Quran. Additionally, another word for land, bar, is yabas. It occurs once in the Quran, Surah 20, Ayah 77. And verily we inspired Moses, saying, Take away my subjects by night, and strike in the sea for them a dry path. Let us include this word yabas in our calculations. Land 13, bar and yabas, plus sea 32, bahr, for a total of 45. This gives a ratio of 32 over 45, which is 71.111%, while the actual ratio is 71%. This ayah mentions the crossing of the Red Sea by Moses. Notice that in the above calculations, the equation needed more land in order to be closer to the actual ratio. So Allah added it by providing the word yabas in His superb book. Just like to traverse the Red Sea, Moses needed more land, so Allah added it by parting the sea. 9. The word man occurs 24 times, rajul. while the word woman, imra'a, occurs 24 times, the singular form for both. This emphasizes the equality of both in the sight of Allah, as obvious to every rational mind. 10. Dunya and akhirah, earthly life and hereafter. Both occur 115 times. 11. Angels, malaika, is repeated 88 times. Demons, shayateen, is also appropriately repeated 88 times, counting singular and all plural forms, dual plural and regular plural. 12. Allah loves, yuhib, occurs 16 times. Allah does not love, la yuhib, also occurs 16 times. 13. It is Him, huwa alladhi, occurs 28 times. And it is Him, wa huwa alladhi, also occurs 28 times. So if one letter, wa, was added or deleted, it would have disrupted the count, even though the meaning would not have been affected. 14. Say, qul, occurs 332 times. They said, qalu, also appropriately occurs 332 times, pointing to the importance of balanced discourse. 15. Abrar, the righteous, occurs 6 times, appropriately twice the number for fujjar, the wicked, which occurs 3 times. 16. The Prophet's name Muhammad occurs 4 times. Appropriately, Sharia, Islamic law, occurs 4 times in all its derivatives. Conclusion about word counts. 1. It is impossible to accept that the above counts are not intentional. They are simply too many, too precise, and too relevant. 2. The counts are not statistically trivial, such as trying to match a coin toss, a 50% chance of success, or a dice toss with 1/6 chance of success. The counts are in stunning high magnitudes, sometimes reaching several hundreds, as we have seen. 3. As proof, if they were coincidences, they should be found in any literary composition, yet their absence in all human writings is glaring. 4. The Quran was memorized by the Prophet and conveyed orally to his companions over 2 decades. There would have been no way for him to keep track of any of the above counts. The impartial listener is invited to reflect deeply about the implications of these miracles of the Quran. Even if the numbers above were approximately correct, they would still have to be accepted as intentional and stunning to say the least. But these numbers are exact, and numbers do not lie. If this book was not from the all-powerful, all-knowing, how can these wonders all be grouped in the same book, maintaining inimitable literary mastery while containing stunning numerical concordances, in addition to fulfilled prophecies as well as impeccable scientific information, as we will see? This is beyond human capability. Several times through our videos, and especially this one, we had the distinct feeling as if the author was taunting us, challenging us. Look at these dazzling wonders. Can all this be chance or man-made? We leave the viewer with these thoughts, hoping to see you again, insha'Allah, with many more of the stunning and endless wonders of the Quran. Wassalamu alaikum.
جدد البيع للرسول الهادي طه نبينا يا خير العباد